I've been building LearnDash, Memberium, ActiveCampaign sites and working with tools in this space for so long that for me, it's obvious how they work, how they interact with each other. But I was talking with a customer today and, he asked me, hey, how do, WordPress and ActiveCampaign and Memberium work together? And I kind of, just described it to them, in terms that, I'm used to explaining those. And he's going, I Googled this all over the internet and couldn't for the life of me find this. You ought to record a video or, write up a blog on this because I couldn't find anything. So here I am going over, exactly how these tools work together. So the first thing you have is a WordPress site. The WordPress site, is going to have LearnDash on it. LearnDash is a learning management system. It installs as a plugin right into WordPress, and it enhances WordPress so that you can build courses with lessons. Lessons are made up of sub-lessons. LearnDash calls them topics. And together they allow you to, navigate a course, arrive like on a home page, see a table of content, sort of a description of the course, and allow people to click through it, mark complete. You can see their progress through the course, the typical things that you're wanting for a course. It provides the ability to quiz people so that they're learning. It could be for their own learning, not necessarily for, let's say, a certification, but then you can also use it to confirm people really know what you taught them so that you can, maybe provide them professional education credit so they can keep their credentials current, things like that. So all those features are built into LearnDash. And like I said before, it's installed as a plugin into WordPress. Now, on the other side, you have ActiveCampaign. ActiveCampaign is a CRM, a customer relationship management system. And for those of us who are a little bit older, it's kind of like an online Rolodex, or, in the olden days, there was an application called Act that you could use to manage your prospects, your clients, and your interactions with them. If you're a little younger, just look it up. But anyway, it's a tool for keeping track of your sales and your sales leads, right? So it allows you to come up and store things like, let's say, tags, so that if someone downloads a newsletter, you can tag them with that. If someone, let's say, requests a free trial to one of your programs, you tag them. So now you can go through your CRM and find out, well, how many people have requested the newsletter? When you go to send your newsletter, you can come up and use the email that's provided by ActiveCampaign and then broadcast a common message to everybody that signed up for your newsletter. You can allow people to fill out forms in ActiveCampaign and then use that to tag them, identify, what's going on with that person. Now, Memberium is, I call it the glue between the two. It allows WordPress to see tags inside of ActiveCampaign, and it allows ActiveCampaign to, let's say, push information into WordPress. I like to describe ActiveCampaign as the orchestra conductor. You got all the instruments, all the different components that make up your course, and the pieces that make the course and the platform useful. It's the one that tells WordPress, this is what's doable. So you can come up, and if someone, let's say, purchases a course or a package, a group of courses, it tells, LearnDash, or the e-commerce will tell ActiveCampaign, hey, this person purchased something. That records a tag inside of LearnDash so that the next time they go to log in on the website, WordPress comes up and says, hey, am I allowed to let them in? And so LearnDash will come up and, ActiveCampaign will come up and approve their logging in. It will also come up and not allow people who aren't allowed into the course into it. And this sort of interaction goes on and on and on and on. You can do things like, if people, let's say, haven't logged in for a while, you can program or configure ActiveCampaign to go, hey, this person hasn't logged in a while, and then fire off a trigger that sends an email out to them, say, hey, is everything okay? Did something go wrong? Are you needing some help? So that you're identifying people that might leave your program or might be having trouble. If someone is making progress. Let's say they pass a quiz with 100% grade, you can come up and send them an attaboy email and get them all encouraged. That they can also be tagged as, let's call them enthusiastic learners, and they might be on an automation inside of ActiveCampaign that sends them emails to encourage them to buy something else, to upgrade, things like that. So a lot of the intelligence gets gathered inside of ActiveCampaign that you can then use to sell them, but just as important, to serve them better based on what activity, what interests they've shown that they have on the site. Now, I've been working with, Memberium users, WordPress, LearnDash users for a very long time. We've seen a lot of scenarios. There's just so many things you can do because WordPress does give you a ton of flexibility. And then when you bolt on ActiveCampaign on the side, you really have the ability to do things that with WordPress by itself, as good as it is, just takes it all to a new level. If you'd like to get with me, I'm happy to give you a 30-minute call. We'll get on. There's no obligation. I'm not trying to sell you or push anything on you, but I'm more than happy to share what I know, and it might be a way for you to take the best advantage of what I think are some really good tools for course developers.